Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you don't already, remember to subscribe down below, give me a thumbs up on any videos that you're enjoying, and also to follow me on my various social media. So it is officially March. You wouldn't think it from the weather. If anyone follows me on Instagram or Twitter, you will know that I have had quite a lot of snow up in the northeast. We've got about well, we had about like a foot of snow. I'll show you actually what it's currently like, if you can see. Yeah, we've got like piles of snow. So yeah, it's been kind of fun in the northeast. We've been kind of cut off from civilization. I've finally got my car back up to my house. It's been sat outside of one of my neighbours' houses, about 5-10 minutes from my house, for the past 4 days. I think it's 4 days. Yeah, so that's been fun. But anyway, yes, it is March, so we are very rapidly approaching the start of the Formula 1 season. It is 19 days until the first race. So, are we all hyped? I am hyped. We are currently in the middle of testing. Testing is kind of, it's been a fun one. It's been a fun one. So we will start with some of the things that have annoyed me less. Would that be an accurate way of putting this? Yeah, well, we'll go with that. Some of the things and the nicer things. We'll start with that. We'll start with the nice stuff and then we'll move on from there. So, Renault and Mercedes both announced who their reserve drivers are for this year, and this has actually came as a bit of a shock to me, but a really nice surprise. As I speculated in a previous video about Mercedes and their reserve driver, they have actually announced George Russell as the reserve driver, so I am really happy for him. I'm really hyped for him to have this opportunity. For someone such a young age to be the reserve driver for a team as massive and successful and established as Mercedes is just fantastic. And the other one was with Renault. Renault have announced, contrary to my speculation, Jack Aitken as their reserve driver. Another amazingly talented driver, and also brilliant for him to have this opportunity at such a young age to be reserve driver. Stripping all my own words. So I am really hyped for the pair of them. I think this is an amazing opportunity, and it shows British talent. They're both lovely British lads, and honestly I'm overwhelmed by it. I think it's amazing. So massive good luck to them. Massive good luck to them in their F2 season. Both of them will be going obviously for the title. I think that they're going to be the two to actually watch out for. They're probably the strongest ones in that field. So it's going to be interesting. Renault also announced Artem Markelov as their development and test driver. I think it is. Or just development driver, I can't remember which. Which kind of took me by surprise because I didn't realise that there was any link to Markelov and Renault, but then again, they were linked with Sorokin, and there's the Russian thing going on there, so whatever. So we'll start on with the things that have kind of got my back up, would be the nicest way to put this. Let's start with Williams. So Williams announced, or their newest recruit in, sorry that light's really bright, their newest recruit for their young drivers program announced, obviously they were part of it. Young drivers program, yes, is really good for getting drivers into it, for nurturing their talent. But then you look at who it is, and you look at their drivers, and there's a slight problem. Lance Stroll's what? 19? Sergei Sorokin is 22. Oliver Rowland, Williams' newest young driver, is 25. Last time I checked, 25 is older than 22. So I think it's a bit weird to have one of your newest recruit to the young driver program being older than your 2 senior drivers. Plus, Oliver Rowland was part of the Renault Academy for what felt like it forever, and now suddenly he's part of this Williams one. I'm not being funny, but it doesn't really bode well for you if you're jumping from like one academy thing to another and not really making a step forward. I think that you're missing out on other talents to be trying to help someone like Rowland to possibly get a future F1 seat when there's younger talent. He's 25. He's like, I'm pretty sure he's 20. Yeah, he's coming up to 26, I'm sure, like in August. I say coming up, but you know. I think it's mad. It's just mad. So, I don't know. Do you see the logic in this? Because I don't. Anyway, let's move on. Liveries. Wow, the liveries this year, 2018 liveries. There's been some amazing changes. Superb. Honestly think the biggest livery change has been me. Going from blonde to brunette. I am the biggest livery change. I win, I win. I am 100% 2018's biggest livery change. I would like to take my crown and my award. Thank you very much. No, I am so disappointed in the liveries this year. So disappointed. I mean, some of them are just so bleh. Boring. Boring. Oh my god, have some imagination. And then the ones that are imaginative, Red Bull do a test livery. That's amazing. It's blue and black, camouflage, livery, and it looks really cool, and the race suits look really cool, and then they don't even use it. What? What? Are you mad? Are you mad? I mean, mate. Mate. We loved it. It was cool. It was different. And we're just left with the same. It's the same. When it comes to liveries, my favourite is, and this is my opinion, these are my opinions on what I think is the best and which is the worst. My favourite is Ferrari. I love the all red. I love it. It is so like old school Ferrari. And unpopular opinion, I quite like the halo. When it's been incorporated into the design, I quite like it. So Ferrari have this red Ferrari, and it looks really cool, and I really like it. It's proper old school and retro. And then they've got the little Ferrari badge on the halo. Halo's also red. It looks, I think it looks stunning. Honestly do, I think it looks stunning. So that's like my up there favourite livery at the minute. My second favourite has to be the Alfa Romeo. See, it took a little while for this to actually grow on me, but I like the red and the white contrast. I like it. I like the contrast between the red and the white. I like the fact I like the Alfa Romeo bit on the back. The red. I like the red back. I like the big red booty. It is lovely. I don't know why I went very posh there. In all fairness, it'd been better than me going, I like his big red ass. That was wonderful. That was like the worst American accent I could ever have done. But anyway, yeah, I really like it. I am quite taken with it. I think it's really pretty. I can't wait to actually see it in person in Barcelona going around. I'm just so looking forward to it. Right. In saying that it's one of my favourites, like, I'm honestly on par. Alfa Romeo. Right, quick question also. Alfa Romeo Sauber. Are you going to call it Sauber? Are you going to call it Alfa Romeo Sauber? Are you going to call it Alfa Romeo? Because I'm probably going to go with Alfa Romeo. I'm not going to lie. I just can't get my head around it all, but whatever. Anyway, I've got the Alfa Romeo and Force India on par. Force India. Oh my god, I love it. I love it. Love it. I love the vibrant pink. It literally looks like a marshmallow. It does look like a marshmallow. Or refresher. Oh no, hang on, no, that's yellow. Yellow and pink. Ignore me. Squashums, that's it. It looks like a squashum. And I love it. I just think it's amazing. Like, I love the pink. It looks so cute, and I like the whole. There's like such a contrast between the like stereotypically girly colours. I'm not a pink person, if you hadn't noticed from the colours that I constantly put on Twitter and Instagram. I'm a very black person. I love the more innocent, cutesy colours being used in a sport that's obviously so masculine, and I just think it's really cool, and I just really like it. It's one of my favourites. I really liked it when they announced it last year when it had the more pastel-y pink, but now this year it's a proper like pink. It's Pink Panther pink, and I'm gonna keep saying pink, and it's gonna stop sounding like a word in a minute. It's not gonna like be anything. Anyway, I like it. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Would be a better way. Toro Rosso. Toro Rosso is my fourth on the list. I was going to say fourth favourite, that sounds a bit weird. Fourth on the list. I like the kind of metallic-y, electric-y blue that they've got going on there. I also like the fact their red seems to be more red. You know what? You know when you try to describe something and you can't actually put it into words and you just sound like an idiot, like a toddler trying to tell something. Yeah, that's currently what I feel like I'm doing. But anyway, I like it. I like the red. I also like the metallic-y blue. I love the whole contrast between those two, and I think like the race suits are like that, and the race suits are really cool. Toro Rosso has some really nice merch this year as well, and I quite like to see what they're gonna do this year. And on the subject of Toro Rosso, if you saw testing, Toro Rosso put in the most laps, Pierre Gasly put in the most laps. With that Honda engine, McLaren lost a wheel. Oh my god. I don't actually think this is the curse of Honda, I think this might actually be the curse of Fernando Alonso. Sorry Alonso fans, I do love Fernando. I think Fernando's really cool, I think he's one of the best, but I think this might be the curse of Fernando. Anyway, moving on. Actually, next up is, ironically, McLaren. I like the papaya orange. I like how they're sticking with papaya orange. And I like the fact that instead of going for the traditional black, or like grey that they could have picked, they went for an electric blue. And it looks really, really nice. And I kind of hope that they'd incorporate a bit more into their suits, but they haven't. They've just kind of stuck with the orange and white, and I think the suits are a bit boring, but yeah, I quite like the little blue tip. I think it's pretty sweet. But other than that, that's about it. Like, not a massive change. So heading more towards the ones that I don't like, and I have written this down because I have the memory of a sieve, and just ignore my book. Ignore it. It's not there really. Gonna fall off here, I can 100% guarantee this. Anyway, next up, Renault. Alright. Renault. Don't know what, don't know. Yeah. So I'm not always a fan of Renault. I'm not a fan of yellow in general, but I am so happy they have ditched the grip bin yellow from last year, like that yellow, you know, that yellowy orangey colour that they had going on, and they've just gone for banana. banana yellow. I like it. I like that bit. I also like the fact that they've incorporated a bit more black into it. It's still not one of my favourites, I think, just because it's yellow. And it's not one of my fave colours, but I do appreciate the design of it, and I think it's been well thought out, and props to them for getting rid of that horrible grip bin yellow. Oh, it just made me think of grip bins rather than bumblebees. Grip bins. I also like the fact that they no longer look like they're wearing waders. Was it last year they looked like this? Yeah, it was last year they all looked like they were wearing waders, yeah. It no longer looks like they're wearing waders. So, yeah, thank you, Renault. Mercedes, obviously still silver. It's got a bit more grey on it, and I like the turquoisey blue detail, like stripes on it. But it's not really been anything major done to it. It's just got a few more specks of grey on it, and and the blue seems to be a bit more vibrant. Red Bull, honestly, you know, you just get further down the list of like the bigger teams, and you just think, could you not have done more? Red Bull, oh, where do I start? It's not even changed. It's matte. It's matte blue, and that's it. It took Luke Smith to actually send a picture of last year's race suits to me for me to actually work out what was different in them. It's got an Aston Martin logo on it. That's pretty much the difference. And it's lost a yellow logo, which I don't know what was for, and I still haven't worked it out. It's lost that, and it's got an Aston Martin logo. The car is exactly the same, and yeah, it's a cool livery, but you let yourself down by releasing your test livery, which then you never even ran, and you got the hopes up of everyone that, oh my god, someone in Formula 1 might actually have an imagination. Oh my god, they might actually not be really boring. No. Shock horror, it's exactly the same. I just hope it's a bit more reliable. Honestly, I do. Next on the list of disappointing liveries is Haas. So instead of the slightly grey white, we now have a whiter white. So someone has actually been to Home Base or B&Q and just picked up the next shade of white, or they have gone for, you know, the whole baking soda trick with your teeth and just had a bit of baking soda on it, left it, and then gone, and after 7 days this is how white my livery looked. Sorry, yeah. The brighter white, it's got more black on it. Oh sorry, was I supposed to add more to that? No, there is no more. It's brighter white and it's got a bit more black on it. Ta-da! They also did this reveal, which was like one of the weirdest things in the world. They just kind of, on Valentine's Day, just went, ta-da, here's our car. Enjoy. It's like, alright, wow, that's a nice car. Cool. I didn't even say it was a white, nice car. I honestly thought they'd put a picture out of last year's car. And then I had to look a bit closer, and I was like, that's got a bit more black on it. Oh, it's a bit whiter. Oh, maybe it's just the contrast. Maybe they've played with the contrast a little bit. That's what it looks like. It looks like they played with the contrast a little bit. And finally is Williams. Williams honestly just look like they've put a whiter shade of paint on. I don't think theirs has changed at all. I've honestly never been so disappointed in liveries in my entire life. I'm so disappointed. It's just been a big meh. It's like, yeah, cool, okay. And they did quite the little event, Williams. I mean, they got all these journalists who come to London, go to, I think it's Shoreditch. They had this little event on, and then they had Sorokin and Straw, Kubica, and they showed pictures of their car. And that was it. Honestly, would you not just be like devastated if you'd gone all that way and it was just a picture and you possibly got sight of Stroll or Sorokin or Kubica? I'll be devastated. Honestly devastated. So yeah, I'm like pretty bummed about this. And I think they should do what Formula E did. Mahindra had this competition in Formula E where they asked fans to design livery, and I think they should do that. I do. I think they should do that, because it'd be so much cooler if they did that, and then it'd be so much more imaginative. I know they have graphic designers and they have like all these people to design liveries for them, but there's like no imagination going into these, and it's just boring. But someone did have this idea, and I think it might be in Sean Bull, who, if you don't already, I'd follow him on Instagram, follow him on Twitter. He has the most amazing livery designs I have ever seen. But I think it was him who suggested putting helmet designs on the halo, sorry, just so you like incorporate the halo in, but then you can also tell who it is. Cool. It's a cool idea, and I am all for it. Because the halo, like most of the halo actually looks alright, as when it's been incorporated into like the actual designs. But it's not even like it doesn't look nice. It's just some of them are so boring and they've just done nothing at all, and it's just like you incorporate it instead of just letting it stand there like a sore thumb. Jesus. But I know Sean did work with Renault, and I think that might be the reason that I like their design. I just don't like the colour. Just don't like yellow. And it was Sean. I've just double checked there. I had to double check because I like freak out at the thought of giving someone credit for work that, like, an idea that wasn't theirs. There's nothing worse. Anyway, on a positive, it's only 19 days until the first race. Shockingly, I am working. However, with it being Australia, I probably will be able to watch the race before I go to work, because it should start at like 6:10, and then it'll be on for like an hour and a half-ish. Yeah, I should be able to. I mean, Sunday morning, I've got to be at work for 8. I should be able to put my foot down, and I might break a few speed limits, but I should be able to get there. It only takes me about 15 minutes when there's no traffic. Yeah, I'll be fine. I should be able to watch it. Anyway. So yeah, I am going to Barcelona this year by myself. I am also going to Spa. I haven't quite arranged how I'm going to get there, but I am probably going to fly with me working during the week. Joy of joys. But yeah. Anyway, I am really, really mega hyped for the start of the season. So tell me down below who you think will be world champion, who you would like to see as world champion, or who you think has the best livery and who has the worst, obviously. Who do you want, like, what are your predictions for this year? Obviously not just world champion, because I just mentioned that, but who do you want to do really well? I really want Ocon to get a good result, and I really want Gasly to get a good result. I think they're quite underrated. I know, I've said before that I don't rate Gasly massively as a driver, but I think he's done actually quite well since he started. I know he's on only a few races, but I think he's done really well, and he's really pushed that car in testing. So yeah, I'm quite looking forward to seeing what he can do this year. And Ocon, I just love Ocon. Obviously, I'm hoping the best for Danny Rick, but I'm really not sure about that car. I'm really not. But But anyway, for now, I'm going to love you and leave you. I should be back soon. I did recently do a blog post on Marc Marquez and Valentino Rossi. If you would like to read it, I will link it down below. So don't forget to subscribe to me, give me a thumbs up on any videos you're enjoying, like this one. And follow me on my various social media, Snapchat, Instagram and Twitter. I forgot which one I used, me in there. Yeah, Twitter. If you want to keep up with what I'm doing and also see my various animal videos. That's all I seem to be doing at the minute, is just putting animal videos on, which probably explains why I'm losing quite a lot of followers. Anyway, but for now, ciao!